Hey everybody, how's it going? B Temple back again, and it's been a little while since we've done a review. My laptop had some broken parts, I guess is the best way to put it, and since it was still under warranty, it had to get sent away to some sort of repair depot somewhere in a different part of Canada. So I've been without a laptop for a while, so it's kind of hard for me to um, do reviews and edit and post up without something like that. So a little bit of a hiatus because of that. But what we got today is something incredibly rare and something that I've never seen before. So we've got ourselves an Italian 24-hour ration. It's a little bit different than some of the other reviews people have probably seen because, as far as I know, this is going to be the oldest Italian ration that's ever been reviewed anywhere. So as you can see, this is, I guess, production 1992. Yeah, I've never seen anything even close to being this old. I believe on mreinfo.com, just in the written sort of section that just gives some info on Italian rations. I think the oldest one that's even shown there was 1998. So this is even predates that by 6 years. So this is, like I said, a 24-hour Italian Armed Forces ration, and it contains breakfast, dinner, supper, or breakfast, lunch, dinner, whatever you want to say. Just to do a comparison, this is a more modern Italian ration. Now, this one was actually made in 2011, but it's very similar to the ones that they still make today. So, side by side, you can see the more modern ones are slightly larger. Now, as you can tell, the vacuum seal on this one doesn't seem to be as good and as tight as the one that's still on this. There is a slight pinhole I found in this, and that's usually not a good thing when it comes to something like this, so that may, I guess, put into question my ability to try all the items in here. I'm certainly going to try some. Now, who knows? I could open this and this could look horrible inside. Or it could look fine, who knows? But usually a pinhole in something like this means that obviously air's been getting to it, and then it's, more exposed to the elements, and that usually degrades the quality of the items inside. So, not a whole lot to say here. As you can see, it's all written in Italian, whereas the more modern ones are written in Italian, English, and French. There was a time from somewhere in the mid-90s to 2004 where English and Italian was what you would find. Then in 2004, for a few years, they switched to only Italian. And then they went back to what we see in the modern ones today, which is English, Italian. They also added French. So this one predates the idea of having English on it. As you can see, the more modern ones have, give you a module and a letter and a sticker telling you what type of menu this one is. This one here gives no indication that there is a certain menu. So I don't know if they just had the one certain ration and that was it. And maybe some of this sort of scoring right here, maybe there was like a square sticker sitting right here. I have no idea. I've never seen an Italian ration this old. Can't even find any pictures online, anything like that, so I have nothing to go on as to what to expect for this. For all I know, there could be cigarettes and wine in here. I really have no idea. But I guess what we're going to do is, let's open this thing up, and we'll have a look at what's inside. Most of this stuff, as you can see, it's all just the same kind of writing, no matter where it is you look at it. You can tell, I guess, from this sort of round section right here, there must be a can in here somewhere. But yeah, we'll open this up and we'll see what we got. All right, guys, so what we've got here is breakfast and dinner and supper. And as you can, I guess you can't really tell from that angle, but they go in descending order from being the highest box to being the shortest box. So it seems like breakfast either has the most components or is deemed to be the biggest meal that you're supposed to have. So what we'll do next is we'll sort of break down each box and then show you what's inside. So for breakfast, they even have an ingredients list here on the front, what you should find inside. And yeah, let's take a look. So this is what it looks like on the inside. There's, I'm sure some things burst, but we'll take a closer look at each item. So first we got our cook stove, which is very similar to the ones that they have today. We have a block, 50 grams of chocolate. There you go, 50 grams chocolate. Got an accessory pouch. We'll open that up later. It says combustible, so these should be the fuel tabs, I guess, for the cook stove. 2 packs of sugar. Something that we find in today's Italian rations. A tube of condensed milk, and it doesn't look the greatest on the outside, so I can only assume how bad it's going to look on the inside. Next we have this tin. You can't really pick it up well, but it says, I guess, carne suina, so pork. And I'm going to assume this was supposed to be some sort of pate. And if you can hear this, yeah, that's not great. So, won't be trying that. We have a pack of Italian crackers, biscuits. These are the salted ones, I assume. And biscotto dolce, so these are the sweet biscuits. And these ones are torn open. So, yeah. Not going to be trying those. So guys, that's everything that they have for breakfast. We'll open up our accessory package just to see what else came in here. So we have a bunch of napkins. I don't know if that's all they plan on giving you in a day or not, but got ourselves a book of matches. And these are actually sealed by a sticker. I don't really feel like tearing that off. And we have the same brand that makes coffee today. We have 3 Ristora coffees, instant coffees. And what I assume is maybe like an orange beverage powder, that kind of thing. It says it has ascorbic acid in it. So, yeah, so maybe that's what it is. Obviously there's no English on here. But I'm going to venture that being a guess. So this is our breakfast portion. There's probably not a whole lot here we are going to be able to try. I don't even feel like opening the sweetened condensed milk, but we'll just crack open the side here. Yeah, it says this was fabricated in March of 1992. Oh wow. This is huge compared to what they give you today. It's 175 grams. Or I'd say, I guess, about 135 milliliters. And yeah, there's definitely been some leak out through the, oh, there you go. There's a hole there at one point. So yeah, that's not fit for consumption, but it's interesting to see that even after all this time, it's the same exact item that you get today. Alright, so that's breakfast. We're going to go through the contents of everything first, and then if there's going to be anything I'm going to try, I'm just going to put it all on the tray at once kind of thing, because probably not going to be that many items I'd actually want to try. I might try out, say, these crackers and the chocolate, and that's probably about it. I may see what this is all about as well. So yeah, next we'll have a look at what dinner is supposed to be. Alright, so here we have lunch, dinner, whatever you want to call it. So we'll just pop that open, let you see some of the items, and then we'll take them out individually. So we have a can of pasta fagioli. So I guess this is kind of like a, glorified Chef Boyardee kind of thing. 2 packs of our salted crackers. Can of carne bovina in gelatina. So I guess beef and gelatin. 4 more fuel tabs. 2 more coffees. 2 more sugars. And something incredibly disappointing. There was actually a bottle of Cordial in here, which is what we see today. It comes in like almost like a packet, like ketchup would come in. But yeah, this at one point had a bottle, little, I guess 30 milliliter bottle of Cordial. So that's disappointing that ended up in such a way. I only just realized that I didn't have this centered, but oh well. So yeah, really not a whole lot here we're going to try. I don't really feel that keen on opening up a 28-year-old can of pasta or 28-year-old can of, I guess, beef in gelatin. So once again, the purpose of this review is mostly just to sort of see what kind of items we're going to find inside here, because nothing like this one's been seen this old, so it's interesting to just have a look at what's really different from today, and as we can see, what's actually still very similar. So next we're going to have a look at supper. And lastly, we've got our supper packets, and looks once again very similar to what we've seen before. I don't really know what's in those pouches, but I guess we'll find out in a second. So we've got first what seems to be 2 pouches of peach jam, and everything in this is covered in brown powder, so it's either a coffee split or maybe there's a cocoa powder in here. They really give you a lot of crackers, 2 more salted ones and 1 more pack of sweet. You get another tin of beef in gelatin, 4 more fuel tabs, and what was at one point I guess sweet chocolate, so hot chocolate drink, which has obviously burst at some point. And that's it. So yeah, compared to modern Italian rations, it really seems like you are getting a little less food in these. Only 1 major can of items of, main food, I guess you'll call it. No tin of fruit cocktail, which you normally would see. So yeah, it's a little lighter in its composition. So what we're going to do now is we're going to take this stuff away. We're going to get the tray out, and we're going to hopefully maybe try a couple things just to see if any of it is edible in any way, shape, or form. Okay, everyone, so this is about all we're going to try. I've got 2 different sets of salted crackers. This is from the breakfast. This is from the lunch dinner. I'm going to see if maybe, even where they were packed, being in a different box might change their composition slightly depending on what was near it and what may have burst or gone bad. We've got a packet of the sweet biscuits from the supper item, and then we also have some peach jam. We'll see what that looks like. We'll open up our chocolate, have a look at that, and we'll also mix up this and see what it is. I'm going to assume it's orange, but we'll get a glass and some water and give it a try. So I just tore this open just to have a look at it, and yeah, that's caked up really bad. Moisture's got to that. Obviously this was in the breakfast portion, so I guess the sweetened condensed milk leaking out maybe led to that. And as well, the whole bottle of Cordial was evaporated, so all that moisture had to go somewhere. So maybe it leached into some of this, but yeah, I'm not going to try that out. Okay, so a few things are opened. First of all, here's our peach jam, and I tell you, that looks like almost like tar or molasses, and peach jam's not supposed to look like that, so sorry, but I'm not trying that. We've got a chocolate bar here that looks very bloomed, but I've seen worse in newer looking rations, so who knows. And then we've got a couple different salted biscuits and a sweet one. So we'll try the sweet one first just to see if there's anything redeeming about these. All of these crackers have that kind of old books kind of smell, maybe, or maybe everything does. I'm not quite sure, but let's just see if anything is sensible. Oh man, it may have snapped off as if it was going to be somewhat dry, and it does appear to be somewhat dry, but it's it's equally as wet as it is dry when you go to try to take a bite of it. And immediately I got that slight burn tingle kind of feeling on the tip of my tongue. So yeah, that doesn't bode well. And if those ones are like that, I assume these ones will be as well. So I guess the only other thing we can possibly try is a chocolate. And yeah, that's just straight up powder the whole way through. So yeah, that looks an awful lot like one of the Hershey's tropical bars that I had in a, I guess my 1944 or 43 U.S. Coast Guard ration. That's basically just turned into powder now. So it's held its shape, I guess, because of the wrapping, and that's about it. So I'm not going to try any of that. Okay, guys. So I know it's a little disappointing. I didn't really get to try a whole lot. I mean, like I said before, there was at least 1 pinhole in this package, so it's lost its vacuum seal. And who knows how long ago that happened. That could have been only a year ago, but that could have been 20 years ago that happened. So a lot of these items have degraded very, very badly, I guess. So not a whole lot else to say, except this has been a review of a Italian 24-hour combat ration from 1992. So we don't know any idea of a menu. Maybe this is the only thing they had and this was just it. I'm sure you'd probably get tired of it after a while, I suppose, and there really isn't a whole lot to this. It's very cracker heavy and very coffee heavy. Yeah, so not a whole lot more to say. It's been a while since I've got to do a review, so it was nice to sort of give this a try. I had this as part of my collection and was really interested in at least tearing into it and seeing what kind of items were inside. Obviously, because of the main thing, that it's the oldest Italian ration I think I've ever seen. So yeah, this has been interesting, but also disappointing at the same time. So, hopefully the next time I get around to doing a review, it'll be something that's either in better shape or has some more items that I can actually try, and maybe that they're actually good. So, like I always like to say to everyone, thanks a lot for stopping by, and have a good one.